Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Trail and Camp Report,
Today's adventure will take us to Everglades National Park in South Florida.
where we'll hike and review the Shark Valley Trail. Make sure you stick around for our wrap-up report, where we'll offer you information and insight to help you make the most of your visit to this unique and fascinating ecosystem. It's 5:36 and we're headed to Shark Valley, but we need coffee. We just got free coffee because I'm a veteran.
It's Veterans Day.
It's Veterans Day. Asked for a veterans discount and she said, have a good day.
Nice.
Right on. I'm going to have to use that one more often.
Yeah.
I am a veteran, by the way. United States Navy. DD 978. USS Stump. Bruins class destroyer. Hey, we made it to our destination. It's 7:06 in the morning, 72 degrees. It's a light mist, of course. Gates are not opened yet. Gates don't open till 8, but we're trying to beat the heat. So speaking with one of the ladies at the visitor center yesterday, she said people frequently park on 41 and walk in or start biking in before visitor center opens, and that's okay. Everybody understands trying to beat the heat in Florida. Oh, the guy who opens the gate is here. He's saying, here's how you go around this gate before it's open. And look over there. Breakfast time. You can hear all kinds of eating going on in the swamp. How close I can get to him without spooking him. So we just walked up the entrance into the park to the beginning of the trail, and the amount of fauna that we have seen, the wildlife, in just 100 yards has been amazing. A baby gator, 2 baby gators. Look at that. There's 3, there's 4. There's a whole nest. That means there's a mama around somewhere close by. We're on the Bobcat Trail. It's a little 1-mile spur, a little semicircle. Leaves the main trail, goes out into the Everglades a bit and connects back up. It's a boardwalk. A little bit nice. set away from the flora and the fauna a little bit. And when you get in the hotter months, a nice little sit down resting place there. I was not quite correct about the Bobcat Trail. It's not a semicircle. It is a trail that connects one side of the loop to the other at the very beginning of the loop. Hardcore.
Huh?
Hoorah, you're hardcore. Running. Trail running when you pack on. Hardcore, baby. We see these trails all along the road. Big splash back there. This is where the alligators come out onto the road to sun themselves, or to get over to the other side of the road where there's more water, more marsh. Everglades. Okay, we made it to the observation tower, and we have hiked exactly 8.5 miles, 14-mile trail, so we're better than halfway done. The first section of the loop meandered quite a bit, so it's going to be longer than the last section. The last section is fairly straight. You can see it behind me there. Straight shot back to the visitor center. To the right is the trail that we've taken. Meanders all throughout the Everglades. So in the reviews, we read that there's one side that contains more wildlife than the other. And I was thinking that the more side was the one we chose to go start out on. But now I'm thinking maybe the loop we're going to take back, or the side loop we're going to take back, will have more wildlife because it runs right next to a deeper canal. I believe all the wildlife has moved over to that side. Alligators and fish and the whole cycle of life. Not that we didn't see plenty of fauna on that first section. The observation tower gives us a nice view of the Everglades. Quick note, the sign at the bottom of the observation, the trail leading to the observation tower, says that there are restrooms at the observation tower. This is partially correct. There are bathrooms, but they're being worked on, being renovated. So if you need to go, make sure you use the portalets at the beginning of the trail up to the observation tower.
That was amazing.
I agree.
Totally exceeded my expectations.
Absolutely amazing, I agree. We got to the site at 7:30, no, 7 o'clock, right around sunrise. So we get an early start on the trail. Hiking in Florida, especially South Florida, the sun is always a major consideration to plan for. So we wanted to get the majority of the miles under our feet before noon. So we started at sunrise. The parking lot to the park doesn't open until 8:30, but they allow people to park on US 41 and hike about 100 yards into the park to start the trail. So that's what we did. Another thing you want to keep in mind when you're planning the trip here is the weather. You want to check the weather and make sure no storms are coming in. Florida is the lightning capital of the country, and in the Everglades, you're the tallest thing out there. There's nothing for miles, just grass and water. So if an electrical storm came through, that would be pretty scary. I wouldn't know what to do other than just lay down. So check the weather and see if there's any storms coming and try to plan appropriately.
Yes, and it was when we first started. It was cool. It was nice, and then as the day proceeded, it got much warmer, and so you want to make sure that it was overcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so make sure you have plenty of water. There's no water along the way. There's no water at the observation tower at midpoint. So you need to make sure you have enough water to make the whole 16 mile. Now there's several options to do the trail. You don't have to necessarily hike, although we recommend hiking because you're just not going to see the things with the other options as you would hiking. But you could take the tram. Mm-hmm. Tram will take you around the loop and drop you off at the observation tower, where you can get off and take your pictures, and great views of the Everglades. You can see for miles and miles from the observation tower.
Yeah, that was the high point of the hike.
Mm-hmm. And the tram is $25 for adults. I believe it was $18 for children and for seniors. And then we have the bicycle option. The bicycles were how much? $9 an hour, I believe. And they say that it takes 2 to 3 hours to complete the loop. So there's another option if you're not physically able to, or if you're just don't have the time to hike the trail. There's two options that will get you out there and let you see the amazing sights of the Everglades.
And we did see a lot of fauna out there. We saw some gators.
Baby gators. We saw a couple nests of baby gators as well.
Heard some babies also. We saw white heron and blue heron. Big. Amazingly big. And then we also saw a hinga. We saw one snake, and it wasn't a python.
No pythons or boas. But there was one point where we saw an alligator right on the side of the trail, and we were filming him, and Joanne comes up and tells me, "Look behind you." And right behind us, there was a blue heron just standing there watching us.
This big. That
big. Just standing there watching us. And so we turned around to start filming the blue heron, and we had to keep an eye on the alligator because the alligator was sitting there watching us. It was amazing.
Yeah, I think that was the one that snapped at us.
Yeah, we had a couple thrash their heads to let us know that, hey, you're getting too close. So okay. But there was so much to see. We're having to split this episode up into this adventure up into 2 episodes. So the episode you saw today was our journey from the visitor center to the observation tower. And make sure you join us next week, where we'll show you what we saw going from the observation tower to the visitor center. There were several big alligators laying right along the trail. We got some really good footage of. So if you found this video entertaining and informational at all, go ahead and hit the like button for us. If you want to be notified that when we post new videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Make sure you click the bell, and that'll send you a little notification so you can come and see what we're up to then. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you get a chance to visit the park, go ahead and let us know how your experience went. We'll see you next time.
We'd love to hear from you. See you on the trail.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another. Hey everybody. Blah. Cut. This is my sync clap. Okay, ready? Hey everybody, and welcome.
See ya on the trail. I get that head thing in there.
Head thing, head bob.
See you on the trail.
I'm moving around too much. See me? I'm dancing.
And if you'd like to,
No, we gotta start over. I'm dancing. Don't move. Gotta stay right there. You can be frustrated, but you have to stand still. Ready? Can I have a kiss?
don't move.
Okay. Ready?